Doug Miles, Don Henderson once again back here at Ed Smith Stadium. Beautiful Saturday. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you as the Baltimore Orioles take on the Toronto Blue Jays today. The Blue Jays sending a split squad here. We saw them about a week ago, Don, but little news for the Orioles, a little controversy, I guess we could say. We were here the other day when the Yankees were in, and it looks like Aaron Judge recruiting Machado apparently, and getting a little hot water, huh?
Well, it was to me, it's sort of ridiculous. All he says was your bat would look great in a Yankee uniform next year, and of course that somehow got transferred to the league, and the league sort of jumped up and down and said, you know, we can't do that. You can't make any solicitations for other players or other teams. But I think they got it all ironed out now. It's okay.
I never understood that. A couple of players talking said, hey, you know, if you decide to come to the Yankees, it'd be nice. What's wrong with that?
Well, I guess, you know, it's
he is a free agent at the end of the year.
It's amazing to me because the togetherness on the field during batting practice and infield, I mean, you know, that never used to take place. You didn't, you know.
Players didn't fraternize at all.
No, he didn't fraternize at all, and they've completely changed that. Now, just because he made it off, just out of the comment, that was all.
We were talking to Tim McCarver, you were a couple of weeks ago, and he even told some stories about how Bob Gibson wouldn't talk to anybody.
Right, exactly.
He was real advant. Even in the All-Star game, he wouldn't talk to the opposing players. I mean, so that was kind of an old-school way of thinking. You didn't talk to anybody. But
that's right.
That's changed. Anyway, that was kind of a story, not a big one, but that came out of spring training. But meanwhile, the Orioles taking on the Toronto today. Orioles 13-8-2 on the spring, and the Blue Jays come in 14-8-1. Not a lot to report on the Blue Jays. We saw them a couple of weeks ago, but they're kind of in the same situation as Baltimore.
Well, Baltimore's playing very well right now. They're the third offensively in spring training. They're in third position in runs scored and batting average. The one thing that's interesting about this, they played two earlier games. This is the final game against Toronto. This is game number 3, and the Orioles lost the first 2. So it's going to be interesting to see a split squad, as you said. And the Orioles have been a little bit hot lately. They they tied the Mets yesterday at Port St. Lucie 4-4. And so their winning streak wasn't snapped, but at the same time, they didn't win either.
For Blue Jays fans, they'll get a chance to see Marcus Stroman on the mound today. He had a good year last year, over 200 innings, and went 13-9 with a just over 3 ERA, so he'll get a chance to start today against the Orioles.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're getting down to the home stretch now. You and I just talked a minute ago about you know, where we're going to be next Saturday and next Friday. The baseball season is right around the corner now. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see the last week and see some of the regulars play a little bit more than they have been. Although, as you say, we've talked about it many times, Buck plays his players.
Yeah, Machado not in the starting lineup though today. We just got the lineup, so he's getting at least the first part of the game off. Maybe he'll come in as a pinch hitter.
Well, he's had such a terrific spring, and he needs a couple of days off now. They had a tough break with Trumbo. He pulled a hamstring, so he's going to be out for 5 or 6 weeks. Yeah. And that's going to be a little bit of a hurt for them. Although he wasn't having a good spring. He was, you know, really got out. He
struggled.
Really struggled, yes.
Being St. Patrick's Day, the Orioles always do this. They wear the green caps, and they auction those off at the end of the game for charity. They'll also be doing something interesting, putting St. Patrick's Day jewels on the bases this year, and they'll, I guess, auction those off as well. But you mentioned a busy week for the Orioles. The Mets come into town tomorrow, so we'll get a chance hopefully to see them. The Rays come in Tuesday night, and also again on a Friday afternoon, then Boston on Thursday. So a busy week here in Sarasota.
Boston should be fun, and for you and I, the Rays, we haven't had a chance to see them. We didn't get down to the South this particular spring training as yet, so we will get a chance to see the Rays before opening day. We certainly wish the Rays and Cash all the luck in the world. He's going to have a very, very tough time putting that team together and being competitive in the American League East, because the Red Sox and the Yankees are so tough, and the Orioles seem to be right there. Their lineup is as good as anybody in the league, whether they get enough pitching to really be competitive. But quite honestly, the Rays are counting on a lot of youngsters, a lot of rookies to really come through. And sometimes that's tough.
Yeah, we'll hopefully get a chance to talk maybe to Kevin Cash one day this week, or find out what his thoughts are. But anyway, we're both wearing green today, Don, for St. Patrick's Day, so let's go enjoy some Irish baseball, huh?
You got it, partner.